providing 100% for the emergency service, and that is a good thing. Second, there's been a huge gasoline shortage throughout the metropolitan area. In New York City, yesterday I was in Nassau County. I saw lines down block after block of people waiting for gasoline. Two reasons. One, more people are using gasoline for their generators, if they have generators where their electricity isn't working. And number two, a lot of the gasoline stations don't have electricity to pump. Many do have their auxiliary generators, many don't. But the number one reason we've had a shortage of gasoline is that the Coast Guard is not allowing any ships into the harbor. They needed to do two things. One, make sure that the buoy markers, the safety buoy markers, are in place, and two, make sure there's no debris on the ship lanes that they have. I called up the head of the Coast Guard yesterday. I said, you got to move this along. They are hopeful that they can finish those jobs by today, and ships can come into the harbor, and all the ships carrying gasoline can have them. Third, we are getting FEMA teams to come on the ground, and this is particularly important here to Staten Island. FEMA will, starting today, be sending mobile teams. They're these big, huge vans, and they have the people that are needed for both disaster relief, for small business relief, for the kinds of relief that the people of Staten Island need. The borough president made a request of us to do that, and we will get that done right away, not only here in New York City, but in other places. Finally, Caterpillar has agreed. I called the head of Caterpillar to donate 200 generators. We're short of generators, and we've gotten a few of them here already. One of them is helping Long Beach get their water going again. The people of Long Beach, Long Island, have no water, no sewer, no electricity, no cell phones, no anything. The only way they can communicate is by knocking on doors. That should change. Here for Staten Island, this is a borough that has suffered devastation probably like no other place in New York City. The number of deaths speaks tragically to that point. 15 deaths now, one more this morning. That's more, I think, than the rest of the boroughs put together. The number of houses that have been destroyed, the great untold part of this tragedy, and it's hit us in so many different ways, are the houses that have had such huge amounts of difficulty. No place suffered worse than Staten Island. I flew over it twice now in a helicopter, once with the mayor, once with the governor. And just to look down and see, you could even see from the helicopter, some people with their houses gone. Some people on their front lawns with all their belongings, their whole lives piled out front. The furniture, the family mementos, all of the things that have been part of your life and part of your home gone in one 12-hour act of God. Awful. And we need to really help the thousands and thousands and thousands of Staten Island homeowners who have either lost their homes or have had a great proportion of their homes destroyed by this awful, awful flood. Transportation, obviously, we have to get back. I was by the Barclays Center today, early this morning, shaking hands with commuters. New Yorkers are tough, they're resilient, but we've got to get transportation back here on Staten Island and everywhere else. And I just want to say to the people here on Staten Island and throughout New York, the federal government has a major responsibility, not in the operations day to day, but in the making sure that we fill in the holes and give reimbursement. So it's not the taxpayers who pay. For 100 years, the federal government has realized that when God created disasters hit, no locality, even one large like New York City, can handle it. And this is probably one of the 5 worst natural disasters to hit America. In the last 12 years, we in New York have suffered probably the worst man-created disaster by the evil terrorists on 9/11, and now one of the 5 worst natural disasters. And Staten Island bore the brunt of it like almost nobody else. And we need the federal government to step up to the plate. Senator Gillibrand and I will be there, along with Congressman Grimm and the entire New York delegation, to make sure that the federal government lives up to its responsibility that it always has. And that's the thing we want to assure New Yorkers today.